Now available to own on video and DVD.
The United States uses the dollar as a weapon and the reserve status of the dollar. Other countries don't like this. And so to the extent that they can move away from the dollar,
we're going to replace, the dollar.
when the dollar collapses, they're not going to go to the euro. They're not going to go to the yen. They're not going to go to the renminbi. They're going to go back to gold.
If you love your country, you should have gold in reserves. So if you have a crisis of being intact, your paper money goes down in tremendous value.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. DLT and XRP are already here. We're just waiting for them to flip the switch. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. XRP adoption is accelerating before our very eyes. And there's not a question in my mind what's about to go down. There shouldn't be a question in yours. Now, guys, as always, I appreciate every single one of you.
Now available to own on DVD.
I think we have ahead of ourselves something that is truly revolutionary.
Everyone knows by now that this space has huge potential and drives innovation, but we all cannot imagine how big it will be.
It's a multi-billion-dollar opportunity.
Cryptocurrencies are reducing transaction costs, they're eliminating middlemen in third world countries. They've got the potential of eliminating corruption.
If the US does say no more Bitcoin, it's too late.
We just have to figure out how to stay relevant and part of what will be a technology that is not going to go away.
We are currently performing a very radical and very dangerous experiment of eliminating privacy wholesale from entire populations.
It's crazy that in this moment of history we are still talking about poverty and hunger.
The development system was broken. The communities were not being included.
At what point did you hear about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin?
When I was younger, I listened to all the music from the 60s and 70s, but I was also reading a lot. When I found out about the Federal Reserve, the light bulb went off, and I was thinking, we've got some problems coming up.
The first article I read, I was pretty dismissive. Virtual currency goes up by 800% in 6 months. What hit me was when I really understood that there was no one behind it. It couldn't be shut down, and then I was just hooked.
Why is any of this important? Why does it matter at all?
These currencies allow us to infuse human values into them for the first time.
But now we have to see how we can use these technologies to enforce more complex social contracts.
It's not a bank, it's not a government, it's people, and it's a new set of values.
You can't be yourself when you're under the eye of others, especially powerful others.
The same fire burns within all of us. It's just expressed a little bit differently.
Hey! Hey! Exterior Grand Central Station, take one. Whoa, 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 whoa! No, sir, it's all right, just trying to get some wild sound. What the hell are you doing out here, Fred? I'm the sound guy. Just trying to get sound, Will. Just a wild sound from out here, so just keep it quiet. Hell? So every time you speak, I gotta start from scratch. To start over. No! Yes. No! Yes. No! Yep. Everyone settle. Mr. Smith, settle. Thank you. I'm sorry, just for a second. No! Whoa, 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 take it easy. What the hell are you doing out here, Fred? I'm already told you. I'm just trying to get some sound. How did you get out here? I came in a small van. Fred, if If you're real, you better tell me right now. I'm very real. I'm just getting wild sound, okay? Sir, no. Listen, I'm just the sound guy. I am the real sound guy. Okay, sir, we can do this. If you're real, you better tell me you want to do it? I don't think so. Put it down. Yeah. I am legend. No. Yeah. Damn it, Fred. Now I get my tone. Everybody quiet on the set. You want to stop? Quiet on the set. Let's get it. Exterior, Grand Central Station. Could have been easy. All right, that's good. That's lunch.
Back up. Well, you're turning the barbecue around here. It's not a game, it's serious. All right, back up. Get off the street, Let's go. Back it up. Everybody keep your hands real clear, all right? I got a surprise for y'all this evening.
Just for everybody who's like going, what is Bob waiting to see that's going to make Bob go, whoa, right? So you'd see, if you watched past year and a half, you'll see some press releases by the Federal Reserve about the faster payments and the faster payments task force.
Respond to what people demand and what the economy requires. Even cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple are vying for a spot in the cashless world, constantly reinventing themselves in the hope of offering more stable value and quicker and cheaper settlement.
That is going on in crypto is understanding what is real and what is just hype. Some, I think, may look back on Bitcoin and find that it was the Napster of digital assets.
aspects of our financial system where I see this type of technology driving efficiency.
Got it. And that's something which, as the person responsible for the efficient functioning of the U.S. markets, broadly defined, you are optimistic about and prepared to encourage.
Without a doubt. Look, my lens is how can we improve what we're doing in no way degrading investor protection? That's kind of how I look at a lot of what's going on, whether it's trading or issuance or other aspects of what we do at the SEC.
Passing me, dog. You ain't passing me. Come on. I told you you weren't gonna pass me.
So let's talk about Codius. Codius, what is the purpose of Codius? I read the white paper also. It says it's smart oracle. So it's going to be a node within the Ripple network, or a node independent between networks, that is going to be connected to the real world, absorbing information, and it will also have smart contracts on it.
Right. And the important thing is that it can interact with systems like Bitcoin and Ripple, which means you can have an agent that no one person can control that can manage funds according to rules that are agreeable to a number of people. It's essentially an attested hosting platform so that you can run software in a very secure way so that more than one person can trust that that system will follow the rules that they've agreed on.
So if I am like a side chain for Bitcoin, or some application on Bitcoin, or some application on Ethereum or Ripple that needs external information, I can go to a Codius node, which is external to all networks and independent, and get that information to execute a contract, for example.
Right, and that contract can hold keys to funds on networks like Bitcoin and Ripple that it will only use in accordance with the software in it. So the problem that you would have today if you wanted to deploy some sort of a smart contract-based service is, where does the smart contract run? And everybody has to test that, has to trust that execution environment if the contract is going to handle their funds. So what Codius gives you is an execution environment that's distributed and secure, and then that becomes the target platform that you can design your application to. So you already know that you're going to get a platform where everybody knows that anything that controls, like funds, will be used only in the way that they follow.
We have, DTCC is up and running with certain, products enabled by DLT. The next regulation that comes out, that ability to read, absorb, code, test, share, the improvement to that business logic being done once, because it's now on a shared basis across the industry, could save tens of billions of dollars. And so that use case is very much, on the come.
Technology. So early on, I had this guy, Charlie Cooper, he's from Washington, and he was chirping in my ear about how we really need to invest in the regulatory side, and I didn't appreciate how prescient that was at the time. But we've put a lot of money and a lot of effort into reaching out to the regulators. I've been involved directly myself. It's been great to see how the regulators' view of this has changed from a couple years ago. Fear and concerns about Bitcoin and how that could impact somebody's IRA, to a true appreciation that this is the best thing that could happen to them and their ability to regulate markets. The idea of getting an immutable record of a transaction in the cloud and available to the regulators, almost immediately, as opposed to the way things are done today, when transactions are completed and ultimately reconciled sometimes a day or so later, corrupting databases and the like. the world, if we think about the future state of all transactions being done in the cloud and being available to the regulators, you can imagine that they would have a view of the entire market and any participant in it, and they could use basic AI, artificial intelligence, and data mining tools to really advance the way they observe market transactions and interactions and become much better at their job.
At the charts, XRP, your currency, and Bitcoin are kind of moving very tightly correlated to one another. So what does that do to your story and the ability to sign up institutions like banks for using this for what they hope will be a stable platform?
I think it's an important question, and I think from the earliest days, Ripple kind of staked out a space that said, look, we're not anti-government. We're not working against the banks. We're not trying to circumvent regulation. Instead, we're trying to work with the system. We think the blockchain revolution is really can happen from within the system. It's not going to be attacking the system. So I think you're also right that there is a lot of correlation right now between the entire crypto digital asset market, and you're not seeing that differentiation. I think that's just a matter of time as people better understand the different use cases, as people better understand the utility and the problem that's being solved with these different digital assets. There's obviously been a lot of noise, a lot of hype, and I think it's incredibly important that we stay grounded in what's the real problem? Who's the customer? What's the value being created by solving that problem for those customers?
Bringing back the gold standard would be very hard to do, but boy, would it be wonderful on which to base our money.
A solid country, because it was based on a gold standard. We don't have that anymore. There is something very nice about the concept of that. It would be very, very hard to do at this point, and one of the problems is we don't have the gold. Other places have the gold.
It doesn't have to be gold. But since central banks in over 100 countries already hold gold as part of their international reserves, it seems a good, neutral reserve asset. I like the idea of a gold standard. I mean, it could be used in a very cryptocurrency way. The point is, do you have a unified money system so that when you talk about the international marketplace, everyone is playing on a level monetary playing field? Another Bretton Woods, or at least we need to be thinking in terms of a neutral reference point, a global unit of account. I mean, something like a gold standard even, updated to reflect a digital world and fast-moving financial flows. It's important that we get ahead of the curve to ensure that the dollar continues to offer the best currency in the world, the most respected, the most utilized, and we need fintech innovation to keep us going in the right direction and to be a leader.